Yeah, it was a nice weekend weather-wise. Very exciting to get out in front of the home crowd again. I knew our team wanted to redeem ourselves from the last Valley conference games we hosted. And they did exactly that. A lot of energy on Saturday. Really swung the bats well, played great defense, and got very good pitching. Took care of business on Saturday, and then yesterday was a little different story. I think Loyola was a little bit more ready to play yesterday in a 13-inning, tough, well-played, hard-fought game. We were able to come out on top, get a walk-off win with Bailey Lang at the plate, who had multiple opportunities. And when you're in that situation 2 or 3 times prior to that last at bat, it's hard mentally to get over something like that, where you've had chances, and you get another one, and it's hard to overcome and hard to be ready to go in that situation. But I think that was her best at bat of the day. I think the other ones made her change her approach a little bit, mentality, and got the job done for us. But our seniors really did a nice job in that game yesterday of keeping us going, putting us in a position to be successful. Michaela Rettinger leading off that last inning with a double was huge for us and giving us that opportunity. But up and down the lineup, Chelsea Ross did a nice job for us setting the tone, and Caitlin Winnick. It's those type of games that you need that senior leadership to put you over the edge. And it was nice that our seniors put us in the position, and one of our freshmen was able to close the deal. Moving forward, we've got Drake tomorrow, weather permitting. Drake's, we know a lot about them. They know a lot about us. It's one of those games where it's usually going to come down to one pitch. But they've been playing really well. Dropped 2, I guess, this weekend to Missouri State, which I think you get to this point in the league, it's really going to be who wants it more that day, because every team's going to match up. We all know so much about each other. Well, there's nothing that's going to surprise the other team. It's going to be who executes the best that day. Who makes one mistake and gives an opportunity away. That's what the name of the game is at this point in the season. So looking forward to going against them. We'll have a test with Nicole Newman, their pitcher, who does a fantastic job. Struck out 11 in 2 games against Missouri State, and routinely strikes out 10 or 11. So I like the way our kids have been approaching at-bats, so I'm anxious to see how they can approach with her, because it's a different mentality that our kids have right now compared to where we've been in the past when she's kind of taken advantage of us. So I'm anxious to see how we match up this time around. And then going into the weekend against Missouri State, obviously they're scary right now. They've got great pitching. Their weak point has been their offense this year and scoring runs, but I think their pitching is in a position right now where they've been keeping teams in check and giving their offense a chance to score 1 or 2, and that's all they've needed. So this will be a very tough week for us as far as what we're going to face from the opponent's pitcher standpoint. But I feel like offensively we've got a lot of confidence right now, and we're approaching things the right way. And we just got to stay humble and continue to do the work that we need to do to make us ready to go. And I feel good about where we're at. Any questions?
Ryan, since the Evansville setback, you guys have won 6 out of 8. What happened with you guys? Is it a different approach, different fundamentals, focus on that, or a combination of things?
I think it's kind of like what I just said, staying humble. I think we learned our lesson in the fact that when things were going good and we kind of lost sight of us as coaches, lost sight of forcing the issue, making kids do what we know they needed to do. And our team, as far as, when they take responsibility for getting done what they need to get done, they were doing that early in the season. And then things started to go well and things started to happen easy for us. And it's just human nature to back off of doing those things. And so I think we learned our lesson, and that's why I said we're in a good position now. We're having learned that lesson. I think they're going to keep going with it. They're going to keep doing those little things, and when they get to that position where they're in charge of making a decision today of, am I going to do this or not? When they know they need to do it, they'll do it. And so I think it was a great midseason lesson learned, and I think we're on the right track right now, and feel good about our team, and they're taking responsibility and accountability for what we're doing.
You mentioned Drake's pitcher this weekend. What else can you tell us about Drake?
It starts in the circle. They've got a great pitcher, and they have a lot of confidence when she's pitching. Offensively, they I think have surprised. They surprised us. They've surprised other people, I think, with how efficient they've been offensively. I think that was going to be their weak point going in, but it fit right into what they're good at, is manufacturing runs and doing the little things, using their speed, short game, getting a clutch hit, just putting themselves in position for when they do get that one or two hits, they're scoring a run with it. And they've traditionally done that really well, but I think they've gotten production from some people in the lineup that they weren't really expecting it to be that much, and they're taking advantage of it because of their great pitching. I think that's the biggest surprise about Drake right now.
And how about Missouri State? I know you played them earlier this year, and they just took 2 out of 3 from Drake. What's their strengths?
Yeah, Aaron Stumpf, who's been a top pitcher in the league for 4 years now, has given us fits in her 4 years in our time facing her. We did not see her early in the season. We saw the sophomore Caitlin Beeson, and Van Ness is who we saw early, and just saw that offensively they weren't right where they were last year. Kind of the same with where Drake's at. They're getting some offense that they weren't expecting, where I don't think Missouri State's getting the offense that they expected. But both of their pitching staffs keep them in every ball game because they're only giving up 1 or 2 runs a game. So they're always in the ball game. They're always in a position to make something happen offensively. And I think that's what they were missing, and I think they got it this weekend. Thank you.